This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello viewers, wherever you are, how successful do you want to be in your life, even in your business? Have you taken out time to ponder over these thoughts? How successful do I want to be? Are you not tired of the position where you are today? Wherever you're watching this program, this is Business and Economy Network. My name is Peter Nwodika. I want to say thank you so very much for allowing us into your homes, offices. Those of you watching us in Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ilori, Ibadan, Sokoto, outside the shores of Nigeria, I want to say thank you. Well, we have reputable CEOs on the block today who we brought together to inspire you, and more importantly, for you to look inward into yourself and see that you have those God-given potentials to be a success, just like these people want to showcase today. It's going to be an interesting watch, inspiring, incisive, and very educative. Please don't touch that. I'll be back after this time out.
As an evolving company, Abiss Associates Ltd is doing the best and delivering outstanding services to clients in Nigeria. The management of Abiss Associates are interested in professionalism and client satisfaction. Abiss Associates has the aim of transforming the sector in which it operates with innovation and creativity.
Just as you said, I'm architect Ismaila Jibril. I'm a Nigerian, graduated from Abuja University, Bauchi, B.Tech, M.Tech, and I'm a practicing architect with the aim of giving our best and deliver good products to the people of the country. Okay. Abiss Associates is a young company, a baby company, and it was incorporated in 2009. We are two major partners, both architects, of which I happen to be the overseer of all the activities. So it's an evolving company, and we are so much interested in professionalism, client satisfaction, and general deliverables. Just as you can see, all architects have that aim of transforming. Innovations, creativity, all those things are things that we're interested in. We're into architectural designs, graphic designs, construction, real estate investment, and project management.
At the present time, Abiss Associates is involved in architectural designs, graphic designs, real estate project management, and even more. The company has carved a niche that draws a lot of clients to its creativity by providing unique projects that people everywhere admire.
You know, in this country, though things are changing now, there's that lack of awareness. People don't really know that you are supposed to use professionals. So, but thank God, I think with some policies and campaigns and things like that, people are beginning to realize that you need a professional to give you a good product. It's not just living in a space, but how best can you appreciate it? A lot of clients feel they can just come, use quack. Some of them interfere into the professional's job, thereby calling you when they've already had gone into problems or when they are facing challenges. So you have to come, see how you can sort it out, get it right for them. So as from then, I think they will now be able to think that whatever I'm doing, I need to engage an architect, quantity surveyor, engineer, and so on and so forth. Like some of the projects we've been handling, in some of them, one of the major challenge is, you know, if someone is not a professional in this field and you have to satisfy his needs, he will come with a crazy idea that I want this, that it's not professionally okay for you to incorporate. So how you balance between satisfying his own dreams and your own professional ethics is your own job. It has been very difficult treating some people, but I think to an extent we've been able to cater for that.
So, in spite of the challenge of clients' lack of awareness, clients often resort to asking Abiss Associates Ltd to help when other industry quacks have failed them.
I think from our design projects, so the way we manage our projects to construction, we've created that difference that has drawn admiration from people around us, to an extent that a lot of people start appreciating architecture, professionalism, creativity. Now, oh, so you can do this. So it don't have to, it doesn't have to be this all the time. Because, you know, in Nigeria, we have that culture. If we stick to one thing, we keep doing it. So once an architect just does his own, you find out that people start wondering, so this thing, we can deviate and do this, and it will be better. I think there's a school design we did, of which I think they are almost done with the construction.
That's done at Jahi.
Yeah, Jahi, Adufe. In some of the conceptualization, we introduced some little things that attracted a lot of people to the design, from the layout. It's a unique design on its own, of which a lot of people were coming to, like, after seeing it, were like, no, I want this done on my own site, I want this. And I think it will increase the value of that particular school. So also, in other residential projects, we try to consider a lot of things, because nowadays people don't really do proper site analysis. Direction of the sun, wind speed, direction of wind, the north direction, east direction, all affect your position, window positioning and things like that, orientation of your design. So a lot of people don't put that into consideration. And one thing we have to look at in this country is the issue of power. It's not all the time that you have to be cooling your building. So I keep campaigning to people to be aware that you can insulate your building to reduce heat and things like that. You can insulate your building. Your positioning of your sleeping areas matters a lot. It's not all the time that you have to be putting on your air conditioning and the rest. So proper design your eaves, the way you use your shading devices. So a lot of things that we've been trying to introduce make people and the community appreciate what we do, and they try to emulate it to see how they can improve their own built environment.
Incorporated in the year 2006. It used to be the property arm of Abuja Investment Company Ltd, where we now to handle with the issue of property development, facility management, construction, and consultancy. It is wholly owned by Abuja Investment Company Ltd, part of the holding, and the entire holding is owned by FCT administration. We specialize in this field, I tell you earlier, properties development. In all modesty, I will say we have done the very best that we can. Walk into Aegis building. That structure is built without a single foreigner there. Look at the quality of it there. You have been inside this building. You see how we are doing facility management to manage it. We are doing this management. It belongs to our parent company. They are kind enough to give it to us to do the facility management. Every day is clean, is kept top quality. It may interest you. This building is about 10 years old, and it's still as it is. Every day we do maintenance. Now, it is challenging to do that. You will be taken to AEA, Abuja Enterprise Agency. You see what we did as project managers, as consultants for a sister company. We were able to deliver that project to them through a contractor, right? Within a period of under 3 years. They are inside. They have changed from tenants. They are now landlords. You see, the issue is something simple. Remain focused and think positive. Add value. And let me tell you one thing, I will not add figures. One of the projects that we did, we know what we were paid, but when they got estate values to value, the value of the project, the value of the premises of the property is about 5 times what we were paid to deliver that project. I will not talk of figures and specifics. That is the timeless value that I'm talking to you about. Now, thirdly, you know, when we do the farmers market, it is something very interesting. The concept came up. The young man, or very young architect that we give the chance. He said, look, young man, bring me design. He brought it. I said, look, think of something out of the box. Think of something different. Use the challenge on the site. There was difficulty with the terrain. I said, look, in architecture, what you see as difficulty is actually opportunity for innovation. So the guy went that back and put the storages down in order to keep the fruits cool. Today, it's one of the places that people do visit to buy fruits. And the interesting thing, that a young woman, when we gave him a chance, I gave him some power. I said, look, I will take a look at quality, what is going on. I'll also take a look at control regarding how much we spend. But go ahead, you are the project manager. I gave him the powers. Wallahi, this young man delivered. And let me tell you, Peter, there are so many young people, what they are looking for is opportunity. And let me use this medium for God's sake. Let us give this young man a chance in this country. Because after a short period, they will come of age. We are what we are because of the chance that we were given before. We need to get our house in order. We need to get the institutional arrangement and give these young people a chance. And this is what I was talking to you earlier, that look at derivatives that you can drive in the construction industry. I simply talk about the processes and the operation taking place on the side. Go into interior design. How much work can you create for this young man? From POP to furniture making, to doors making. You understand? To other finishes. Go, these young men, what does it take? You have teams doing your tiling. Excuse me, doing your tiling work. So you see, to create this timeless value, you will be taken to our site and you will see how we work. We have teams that are in charge of each block. You see young men working there. We give them chance as project staff, right? We do it within very limited resources and customer demand, because that is also one area you have got to watch. You have to have the resources that you must pay. And for you to do that, the market has to come in. The funding has to come in. So you have to balance. And I think it has not been easy. Particularly the biggest challenge is finance. And it's cost of money in the money market. That has been the biggest challenge. Every developer will tell you this. Development, property development is a long-term issue. Any short-term fund is toxic. You just do the suffering for the people in the banks. Finish. You just do the suffering for them. Because you cannot use short-term funds to do long-term projects. Because a serious project will take a number of years for you to finish. Housing estate, housing development takes time from the time you you start to the time you reach a certain level of exit. Mark you, even if you reach a point that you say, I have finished this, mostly it is in phases. You are rolling over, but still certain level of facility management you are still doing in the former phase. And that is a different field. We'll take it up one day, facility management.
Nigeria presently has much room for massive infrastructural projects. In all states of the country, there is a growing concern over the quality of engineers graduating from the universities, as much as it is believed that an indigenous engineer can match or compete effectively with counterparts in the developed world. The incessant collapse of buildings in Nigeria makes every right-thinking individual to ask thought-provoking questions.
Well, I digress a bit. When we finished Calabar substation, we were the first to finish out of a group of about 23. Oh, it was fine. Then we got to undertake it. We got the contract. And we used the same vigor to order all the equipment. We got all the equipment on site for 3 years. Didn't get none. And you can tell the rest of the story, because anybody give you advance payment for this sort of thing, it's never enough to buy all the equipment. So you have to take money from the bank. And of course, you know the banks. So long as that loan is outstanding, the interest will continue growing. So by the time they give you the money, the bank will take all of it back. And then the problem starts. I think that was the major issue. For 3 whole years, we developed the equipment and we couldn't get paid. Unfortunately, that's part of the system. If the government didn't have money to pay you and say they have no money to pay you, what do? That was the basic problem.
Secondly, local engineers have stiff competition from the incoming engineering experts from abroad. Because of several years of excellent project delivery and the fact that foreign engineering firms have often participated in world-class projects, while local engineers may not have done so. Evidently, well-trained indigenous engineers are acclaimed and celebrated abroad. It appears that the environment and the tools available to the local engineer is a major reason why he underperforms locally.
All the projects are not the same size. So the big fish swim the oceans. The small ones swim in the ponds and the rivers. And as you can imagine, all the projects are definitely not going to be the same. And the requirement for a very big project is not going to be the same for a small project. I'll tell you, if you want to run a multi-billion-dollar project, the capacity required is definitely much bigger. But by and large, there are things that can be improved. You know, since all the fingers are not equal, we have a responsibility to encourage the smaller ones. The younger ones are also finding it very difficult now because the pre-qualification requirements discourage them. They discourage them. There's no problem for the big ones. But if we rely only on the big ones, then the country will not be growing. Younger ones must be allowed to come in and grow and see themselves, seeing the headroom for this growth. It's important. Just like an individual grows his career, also small companies should have an opportunity to grow in the industry. But the starting requirements are very suffocating now. They are. At the same time, I'm not advocating that those requirements should be taken away. Because when you take all of them away, charlatans will spoil the system. So there's got to be a balance somewhere where you allow serious young organizations to participate while you keep away the charlatans.
However, Though there are many challenges facing engineers in Nigeria, many awards and certificates of recognition for accomplishing daunting projects in Nigeria have been given to Nigerian engineers. In view of this, it is believed the indigenous engineer has the potential to garner awards, be celebrated and widely acclaimed.
The only challenging we are having, I've said it, they are not being supportive in terms of payment. They are not encouraged. I mean, government jobs, they are not encouraging. Encouraging in the sense that they don't pay as at when due. We find out that once they give jobs out to foreign counterparts, they will pay them. But indigenous, in fact, most of the times you go to procurement office, okay, you will be the one. They will see you as a Vitech CEO. They will disqualify you and give it to somebody who will then bring it to you. Does it supposed to be like that? So that is part of a corruption we're into in this country. They will fail you as the CEO, give it to somebody who will come and give it to you back. So all these things
as a subletted job.
Yes, that is the area, and most of the time they will not pay. You are not dealing with the government directly, and you are working for them, and they will not pay the subcontractor to pay the third party. That is all the challenges we are and so on. Like as it is now, we knew when we finish this job, we are the people who supposed to have done all this job and hand over to Discos for servicing and so on. So, but the other way around, we found out that they will sideline us. The Disco will issue a license, a permission to construct a line to a pastor, to a seller of crayfish in the market, and so on. That is, we have the facts. It's not hearsay. Even yesterday, I ran into somebody who is doing electricity work. I asked him, where is your permission? He said that he have written to NEPA, and they did not reply him. Then he finished his job. I said, how come do you energize this place? Do you, what about the Minister of Power's EMS certificate? He said he did not invite them. They just called them and they energize. They energize what? In fact, the job, as far as I'm concerned, is an illegal job. And he's still there working in Abuja here. A lot of them. It is not something hidden. I will take you there. I will pinpoint, tell you to investigate. There's a lot of illegal jobs here. Illegal transformers, illegal everything. But this people doesn't want to use us to be able to identify all these things, and which is very bad. At the end of the day, it's come back today. In fact, as they energize today, tomorrow the transformer will pack up, and they will still running around and so on and so forth. And that is the major challenges we are having, and they know we are on ground. With the agreement before they bought this network, they told them about Kaplan OSIS, Section 4, and they're not going by it. But what I knew was that the people on ground has promised them, maybe we are not doing fine, we are not doing this in order to enrich themselves, and that is what is there.
Well, viewers, this is where time will permit us. I want to say thank you so very much for all that you have done. Those of you who have called, those of you who have written, those of you who have sent emails, we appreciate you. If not for you, where will we be today? That's what Business and Economy Network is all about. Thank you, and thank you so very much. Well, for keeping faith with us, one thing I know for sure is that whatever you do and you are consistent in it, definitely you will smile at the end of it all. It's about not the monetary aspect, but having passion and satisfaction for what you do. Tomorrow they say it's another day. We'll do this again, same time, God's willing. Stay blessed.